Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks as always for being here and showing the channel tremendous support. And as always, we appreciate it. Gentle reminder, as usual, smash like button and also subscribe. Free and easy ways to support. So, I wanted to talk about a number of reggae boys in this particular video. It's kind of like an updates video. Seeing what am I going to start with? All right, I'm going to start with Junior Flemmings, right? I think probably this is the biggest story right now, at least for me personally. Many of us have been highly critical of Junior Flemmings not being able to make a match day squad in France. Well, guys, Junior Flemmings made a match day squad for Toulouse FC earlier today. Now, what this means is that he was on the bench and he was eligible to play their game today versus Paris FC. Now, it was a top of the table clash between Toulouse and Paris FC. Toulouse snuck it based they won it. They squeezed past Paris FC. And they went 10 points clear at the top of the table. I mean, Paris FC Toulouse rather would have to hit a brick wall not to get to League One at this point in time, not to earn promotion from the French second division. They are 10 points clear of second place in the French second division. So this was a big match. It was a big match for Toulouse, and Junior Flemmings made the bench. Now it's significant for Flemmings because it's the first time he has made a match day squad for Toulouse. Since he has gone to Toulouse, he has not even made a match day squad. So for him to make the bench for Toulouse in this particular game, especially a game of such magnitude, speaks well to his progress there. Yes, the player did not, feature in the game. He was not substituted on. But hey, guys, baby steps, man. Baby steps, right? So at least he has made that first step on that, progress train, so to speak, of getting into a Toulouse match day squad. So that is big news for Junior Flemmings. All right. The second person I'm going to talk about. Who am I going to talk about? Magee. Let's quickly talk about Tariq Maggie, right? Tariq Maggie, another reggae boy that has been kind of frozen out a bit at his club in Eupen or Eupen, I think is how they pronounce it in Belgium, however they pronounce it, right? You guys know the club. Tariq Maggie has made another match day squad in Belgium. Yes, I know this is not the news you guys might probably be wanting to hear, but this match, I think it's against Genk. It's definitely against Genk, and it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's see if Tariq Maggie can get some game time tomorrow, right? Many of us are watching Maggie, eagerly anticipating, Tariq Maggie, getting some minutes under his belt in Belgium. So let's see. He has made another match day squad. It's the second match day squad in the last 3 games in the Belgium Pro League for Eupen or Eupen that Maggie has made the match day squad. The last time he made the match day squad, about 2 games ago, he didn't feature. But let's hope he can at least get a substitute appearance under his belt. And in an ideal world, we love it to be over 10 minutes, right? So he can get some good game time under his belt. The next reggae boy we're going to talk about quick and fast, Ravel Morrison, guys. Ravel Morrison again scored another big goal for Derby County to help Derby County in there. It was unlikely a while ago. It is a bit more likely right now. The hopes of I wouldn't say likely, but it's more realistic now. Derby County surviving, right? You guys know they had that 21 points deduction. So they, that rooted them at the foot of the table. But Ravel Morrison has been coming up big for Derby in recent times, right? This is his 4th goal in 5 games, right? And he has scored in 3 of the last 5 Derby County matches. So Ravel Morrison, he has really hit top form for both club and country. We saw in the last window for the Reggae Boyz, Ravel Morrison balled and end up even getting a goal for himself as well. He scored against today for Derby County versus another Reggae boy, Daniel Johnson, in Preston North End. Right, so Ravel Morrison has really been touching the heights of late, scoring good goals. This particular goal was a similar kind of goal to the one that he scored for the Reggae Boyz in the just concluded World Cup campaign, half a set piece and a volley in the box in, I think it's like the third phase of the particular set piece play. So, Ravel Morrison being utilized of late in more forward position, so to speak, right, in more advanced areas of the pitch, and we see it bearing fruit, right? The player didn't start today. He came off the bench, but in the last couple of weeks, well, you remember he was out of the starting 11 for a while, right, mostly making substitute appearance, but in the last number of weeks, Ravel Morrison has been starting and has been starring for Derby County, but he came off the bench in this particular game to earn Derby County 3 massive points, right? Up next, we're going to talk about Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey got his first start for Aston Villa in quite some time after, impressing in the last World Cup qualification cycle as well for the Reggae Boyz, right? Is it a bit of a surprise given how well he would have played for the Reggae Boyz in the last window? Well, he got that start that many of us would have been eagerly anticipating. As soon as this video is going to end, I'm going to try and see if I can find a bootleg version of this match on the internet, because honestly, I didn't get a chance to catch it live, right? But I definitely will be catching a rebroadcast of this particular performance. So Leon Bailey starting an English Premier League match for the first time in quite some time. A number of his appearances for Villa in recent times have been off the bench. Right, guys, hit me in the comment section and let me know, how did Leon Bailey play? His stats didn't look too bad, but we stats alone, obviously doesn't tell the full picture. So hit me in the comment section and give me your opinion as to how Leon Bailey plays. As I say, as soon as this video is finished and I put it out, I am going to be watching this particular game, right? So who else we're going to talk about next? So we talk about Flemmings, Magee, Bailey, Ravel, Anglin. Let's talk about Jahshaun Anglin, right? Let's talk about Jahshaun Anglin. Some very good news here. Mannings man and I Am Sure Sports, big up yourself, my boss. He was, he did a video earlier today, right? Basically reporting the good news that Jahshaun Anglin, he has been reliably informed that the charges, right? You guys know the charges that were levied against Jahshaun Anglin last year by a female in question, right? Jahshaun, all charges against Jahshaun Anglin has been dropped. So that is very good news. You guys know the sexual assault charges, that were made against him. Mannings man, very credible source, reported earlier today that all charges against the baller has been dropped, right? 20 years old. It could have been a very, very, very bad scenario for Jahshaun Anglin, but thankfully, this went in a positive direction for the player, and he has been freed of all charges. And from what Mannings is reporting is that the player is also free to travel as well, right? So who knows, is there, could there be another opportunity in the US as well? Who knows? Let's see. I'm very happy that this has turned out this way, because I was very concerned and wondering if this boy would get a free, or a fair trial, so to speak, in the US. I remember watching I think is the arraignment you referred to it as. I don't remember the particular legal term, but when he was first brought before the court on this particular charge, I didn't like how the judge was speaking to him. The judge was talking to him as if she was talking to a convicted felon. She was like, I don't know if you guys remember that video, right? You guys probably watched it a while ago. I haven't even gone back to watch it again to, see exactly what she said, right? Because I was so disgusted by the clip. But you guys can go and watch it if you want. I was very concerned because I'm saying to myself, how can a judge be dealing with an accused individual as if he's already guilty of the crime, right? It sounds like there was some kind of bias, whether conscious or subconscious, right? And that should not be the case on the part of a judge, right? So I really and truly did not like how the judge was speaking to him, right, when he first appeared before the court on this particular charge. I thought she was speaking to him as if he was already convicted of the crime. That's how she was addressing him. Like, basically, she was talking to him as if she was sure that he had committed the crime, right? You guys can go back and watch the video if you guys are interested in getting context as to what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was concerned, but I'm happy to see that it has worked out well for Jahshaun and Anglin, and I don't know whether, and I don't know what happened. I can't speak to what particularly happened. Hopefully all the parties to this respective case, would have received some sort of a closure, or, hopefully everybody's okay, right? That's all I would say on this particular matter. But Jahshaun is a free man, right? Innocent until proven guilty. He was not proven guilty. All charges were dropped. Hopefully he gets his career back on track. Manning's also reported that the player is now at Harborview, having been released from, well, I don't know if he was released from Miami FC, right? I don't know if it was a 1-year contract, a 2-year contract. It would strike me as very odd if a club signed a player, a 19-year-old, on a 1-year contract, right? So I'm not sure if it's the case, made the situation, made Miami cut short the situation at Miami FC, or if it was just a 1-year deal, I don't know. But hopefully the player gets his career back on track, right? And he would have featured 15 times for Miami FC last season. So I'm a bit surprised that, Miami would have ended their situation with Jahshaun Anglin, given the fact that he's a very young player with good potential, right? Up next, Shamar, Boyz and Nicholson, guys. Shamar, Boyz and Nicholson was voted Spartak Player of the Month in Russia, right? So this is a big deal. Congratulations to Shamar, Boyz and Nicholson. He has been doing well since he has gone to Russia, and he has scored on quite a number of occasions. The only issue I have with Shamar in Russia so far, right? I don't have an issue with the performances per se, but what I have an issue with is the goals return in the Russian Premier League. I would really and truly like to see Shamar Nicholson hit the back of the net more in the Russian Premier League. Shamar Nicholson has only scored 1 goal and had 1 assist in 5 games in the Russian Premier League. So yes, he scored a hat-trick, but it was in the cup, scored in some friendlies as well, and scored a goal in the Russian league. But me personally, yes, he was voted player of the month for the club. Yes, that's good. We congratulate him, but it would be good to see Boyz, scoring a bit more than a goal every 5 games in the Russian Premier League, right? Up next, we have 2 more players to talk about. All right, let's talk about Oquassa Chong quick and fast. Oquassa Chong would have arrived in Denmark about less than 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I don't think a lot of people realize or know what is happening with Oquassa Chong, right? The story seemed to have passed over a number of people's heads. Didn't see any vlogger, do any video on it. Not that I saw. So quickly, Oquassa Chong, he had signed for the club for quite some time, but he only arrived in Denmark about a little under 2 weeks ago, right? And the reason for this is that he would have been waiting for his documentation, his respective documentation to come through, right? So he has now just arrived in Denmark a couple of days ago, well, more than a couple of days ago, right? A number of days ago now. right? So we're just reporting that and giving you guys that so you know what is taking place with Oquassa Chong. So hopefully, there are a couple games left in the Danish second division season. So I don't know. Will we see him feature before the season is finished? Let's wait and see. But it took him a while, a long time for him to get those documents. But he finally would have gotten those respective documents, right? And last but not least, Krista J Daly, right? Another story that I think passed over a number of people's heads. A big story for me in particular. I would love to see when the youths them, make those strides and make those steps. Krista J Daly would have made the last match day squad for FC Kappa. Yes, he didn't feature, but still, he would have gone to the club in the January winter transfer market, and hopefully it's not too long before we can see Krista J, getting game time at FC Kappa. But it's a positive, right? The player was not featuring for a long time, and then he finally made a match day squad. So hopefully the next step of him getting minutes, can arrive quick and fast. Seeing and the player can get some minutes under his belt. So guys, that's it. A little bit of Reggae Boys updates and a number of particular players. Guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.